Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another episode of Story Time with Kai. Once again, I am your storyteller slash griot slash whatever the fuck you want to call me, Kai. Today, you guys, you're in for a treat, man. You're in for a fucking treat because I have one of the stories to end all stories. This story is called Battle of the Planets. And it's an epic, you guys. It's an epic. I'm talking like Gilgamesh. I'm talking Jason and the Argonauts. I'm talking Kratos, God of War, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's all of that shit. Mortal Kombat, Liu Kang. It's all of that, man, and more. But to properly begin this tale, one must start at the very beginning, you guys. So bear with me. I'm old. Give me a fucking second to remember. All right. So, you guys, once upon a time ago, a very long time ago, but not too long, but real fucking long. Once upon a time ago, I used to train in this gym called Crunch, you guys. And within the kingdom of Crunch, there were many fucking worthy competitors. These were not just your average guys. These guys were like on some warrior shit, man. But even amongst these guys, whenever I would go train, everyone would just have this flabbergasted look on their faces like, whoa, what's going on with this guy? What's your problem, man? Are you okay? Is there something we can help you with? Everybody was just so fucking, I guess my training style was just too intense. And everyone was like, damn, is this guy all right? I was okay, you guys. I just had a really fucking intense training style. It was fun for me. I thought it was normal. I guess not, you guys. I guess I was on some really, Benoit-esque type, Dynamite Kid type stuff. Didn't know it then. I know it now. So anyway, man, it was all cool. I just would go in there. I would train, yada, yada, yada. All the girls would look at me, blah, blah, blah. Not a big deal. Run-of-the-mill shit, yada, yada, yada. Eventually, however, the fucking gym leaders, and when I say gym leaders, I'm talking about, the gym managers, the guys who work in the gym, they started to take a gander at me. They started to notice me, and they were like, "Oh man, do you need a fucking trainer? Can we train you?" These guys, they wanted to train me real bad, man. And I admit, you guys, in the beginning, I said, you know what, you guys can train me, but first, let me just train myself, because at this point in my life, you guys, I was coming off a heavy training situation. I was training upstate, you guys. Upstate at the YMCA. You remember the Village people? I used to train with those guys in the Village. The people, man. It was a cop, an Indian, a fucking sailor, construction worker. We were getting it on upstate, you guys. And I was it was the same situation there. Just follows me. But anyway, you guys, I was coming from that shit. And, I had reached levels that I'd never seen before, really. And, I'm just coming from that. And I was just telling the trainers at the Crunch gym, I was like, you guys, I just need a little bit of me time to recapture my moment, that I used to have at the Y. And when I'm done with me, then I will allow you to train moi. Okay? So I told that to the trainers, and they were like, cool. But apparently, they weren't really that cool with it, because every fucking day was just one thing after another, yada, yada, yada. These guys, they were getting real jealous, man. They were like XY chromosomes, but they were acting like a bunch of X chromosomes. No offense to the X chromosomes. They were acting like a bunch of biggity bitches, and anyone can be a biggity bitch. That's a gender neutral term, you guys. It's not sexist, it's gender neutral. Anyone can be a biggity bitch, especially these days. Good God. What the fuck was happening? So anyway, all the guys at the gym, the fucking trainers, they were like, oh, we can't train this guy. You know, they had a big hussy fit. Eventually, one thing led to another, and they ended up kicking me out of the gym, you guys. I was banned, exiled from the Crunch, the land of Crunch. So, like fucking Cain or something from the Old Testament, I was like, fuck you guys. And I left, you know? And I was like, damn, what am I gonna do now? You know, there were other crunches in the land that I could have went to, but you know, I started doing my research and I was like, fuck these guys. Why don't I just go off world to another planet? Cause you remember, guys, in Dragon Ball, Goku, he used to train on Earth, but then he was like, fuck it, man, I'm going to Namek, and you know, I'm gonna fucking blah blah blah. So that's what I did, you guys. I took a page from Son Goku, and I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm going off the planet extraterrestrial ET. I pulled a Katy Perry on these bitches, and I fucking signed up to Planet Fitness. And little did I know, this small act of defiance is what would lead to the battle of the planets. So you guys, I signed up at I signed up at Planet Fitness, and during this time, I believe I was in like Lower Manhattan, around that area, you know, Lower Manhattan, bordering on Brooklyn. Sometimes it was Brooklyn, sometimes it was Lower, whatever, dude, doesn't matter. But I was fucking doing my thing, man. I was doing my thing like I always do. But I noticed, man, I was starting to get like followed or whatever, you know, like these people, they kept following me around the gym all the time, taking notes and statistics and like monitoring my progress and shit. And I'm like, holy fuck, who are these guys? Are these fucking trainers? I never really figured out who they were, but I just always assumed they were like rogue trainers or whatever. Like they wanted to train me, and they just, I don't know, they didn't have the Triforce of courage to ask me properly in a professional manner or whatever. So they just like stayed in the background like a bunch of weirdos taking notes and shit and like whispering to each other like, oh, he's doing this, oh, he's doing that, yada yada yada. And you know, these fucking ghost trainers, they were like fucking, they were always afraid when I would like up the ante, because they would be like, oh my god, he might have a heart attack. Somebody should stop this guy. I guess they never saw someone like me take it to such a high degree. I guess in their minds, this would be a situation in which maybe you watched the old school Dragon Ball, right? But you never saw Dragon Ball Z. So you never fucking saw a Super Saiyan before. So your first time seeing a Super Saiyan, someone charge up, going to the max, you know, hair fucking flying up in the air, turning yellow and shit. They're probably like, holy shit, this guy's turning into a demon. What the fuck is going on? They never saw anything like this before me, you guys. Never saw this shit. So naturally, they got scared. They were frightened. They were like, "Oh my God, he's going to have a heart attack. He's gonna kill himself. You guys, somebody get in there and do something." So whatever, dude. I was just doing my thing. I was having fun with it. But lo and behold, fate once again would rear its ugly head, because around this time, the COVID mandates or something came back around. You know, COVID, it was coming back around, and they were like, hey, you guys, if you don't have your fucking jab shots and your paperwork and yada, 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 your COVID papers, you can't fucking go here, you can't go there. You guys, it was like slavery all over again, except this time it was a fucking pandemic, I guess, and it was just like, it was slavery for everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's been different types of slavery within history, you guys, depending on your fucking region, where you live. Everyone's been through it. It's not a big deal. But this was like some fucking virus type slavery, you had to get a shot in order to prove yourself to the fucking government and the CDC or whatever. And if you didn't get a shot, you were like a second class citizen or whatever. And you had to have fucking papers. And anytime you went somewhere, people were like, hey, you got your fucking papers? Let me see those papers. You know what I'm saying? You had to fucking pull out your bullshit COVID card, all this motherfucking shit. And during these times, it was like, we're going to look back at this story in the mirror in the future, and we're going to laugh, and we're going to talk about it like, the Great Depression. And even now, even though it's over, it's still kind of sketch. People still don't want to admit what they did and what they did not do. And especially back during this time, like living in the times, holy shit, you guys. Nobody was saying shit. Everybody was freaked out. Like, oh, did you get your jab? Did you get your jab? No, it was like real taboo. It was super taboo. And I'm not talking about the Black Eyed Peas. I'm talking about reality. You know what I'm saying? So it was like super fucking hush hush. It was just one of those situations. So, me being me, I've always been I've always been my worst critic. I've always been a champion of my successes. And I'll be the first person to tell you, if I suck at something, I suck at something. And I'll be the first one to let you know about it. But I was really championing my immune system at this point in time because, my immune system was fucking crazy. It still is, man. It was just like a jab. What's this? Fuck that shit. When COVID first started, way back in the day, man, I laughed at this shit because I'm like, you're a disease? This guy, you're supposed to be my mortal enemy? Come on. And it's not my words. It was the words that the doctors and the medical professionals told me, and just going off the information that they gave me, I'm like, how are you a threat to my life? You're just a flu. You're like, and even then, okay, you're a super flu. Ooh, super flu. Even at your most super level, you're nothing. You're nothing. You can't break through my immune system. I would tell this shit to people all day. Like, dude, have you listened to what these guys are saying? It's just flu-like symptoms at the most, at the worst. What are you so afraid of? And you know how people are. They fall for the sensationalism. They're like, oh my God, but you should just get it anyway. You never know. Yeah. Oh, these bitches. These bitches. Oh my God. I had so many just light arguments with people at the time. Like, oh, well, la, la, la. And I'm like, dude, it's a fucking glorified flu. Are you serious? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's real fucking illnesses out there in the world that we should be worried about. Remember fucking HIV? Remember AIDS? Remember fucking Ebola? Remember monkeypox? Fuck! Good God, chickenpox was worse than fucking COVID. Jeez, and everybody catches that in elementary school. That's like a fucking grade school fucking virus. Really? So anyway, I didn't give a fuck about COVID. I made so many diss jokes and diss records about COVID back during those times, and everyone was all on my fucking shit about, especially these fucking doctor-ass motherfuckers. I'm not talking about the real doctors. I'm just talking about these CNA motherfuckers that want to be doctors, but they're not really doctors. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have the fucking white coat. They're just like, yeah. These stupid ass. Anyway, you guys, that's just what the situation was back in those days for me. So while everyone was all fucking scared to talk shit, I was talking the most shit only because I could back it up, because my immune system was the shit, and it still is. So anyway, you guys, this was like the reign of COVID, second coming of COVID. Can't go anywhere without your papers, and the gyms were heavy on that, and they were like, hey, you guys, you don't got your fucking COVID cards, you can't work out anymore. And you guys, let me tell you, dude, I fought it as hard as I could fight it. until I couldn't fight it no more, man. I would have to sneak into the gym like fucking Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid. You know what I'm saying? I would like pretend like, aha, this my card? Oh, I must have forgot my card. You know, oh, I'll get it to you next time. And at this point, everybody knew, like, damn, this dude's hardcore. It's what? Come on. It's a shame he can't come and do his thing. Well, you know, one thing led to another. They eventually caught on to my antics. And they were like, yo, bro, we feel you, man. You know, you should be here. You're one of the fucking best that we have. But unfortunately, it's politics. It is what it is. And I'm like, all right, dude. All right. Yada, yada, yada. I get it. So at that point, you know, the Battle of the Planets was over. So I thought, and I was like, damn, you know, what am I going to do now? So technically at this point, the Battle of the Planets is over. It's finished. And I had to do something else to keep my skills up. And this technically began what I now called the XGW, the Exile Gem Warriors. You know, back in the day, it was not called the XGW. Now, this is what it has become. But back during these times, dude, it was just me fucking training in the streets, trying to be legit, trying to keep my shit up, you know, wasn't whatever. I developed a system back in these days. I believe at this point, man, I was on the Lower East Side, training in Chinatown. Big up, you guys. Remember me? Anyway, yeah, man, I was out there in the fucking winter, in the cold, at the park, just fucking training. And I believe at this time I developed a system called it was called the Rule of 100. You know, I think it was based off of some Roman shit. It wasn't like based off of some Roman shit, but I was just that was the gimmick at the time. It was the Rule of 100, and it was real simple, man. 5 fucking exercises, and within these 5 exercises, you just had to do 100 repetitions of any 5 exercises you chose to do. So if like push-ups was one of your fucking exercises, fucking 100 push-ups. Dips, 100 dips. Squats, 100 squats. Whatever you want to do, you just got to get to 100 reps of it. And you know, I developed a system. I think I was on some Saint Seiya shit at the time. You know, I was riding the wave of Saint Seiya, man. And I was just like trying to get to my bronze armor. No, you know, and I developed like a system because let's be real, guys, 100 push-ups, that's fucking crazy at one time. I know there's a lot of army guys out there that can do it. Hurrah, big ups to you. But, you know, for the rest of us civilians, Jesus Christ, have you ever tried doing 100 fucking push-ups in a row? That's fucking crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? I had to develop a system in order to survive this shit. And so basically what I did was I chopped it all up into nice bite-sized morsels, you know? So it was like the goal was 100, but I chopped that 100 into 4 even parts of 25. So it was really 4 sets of 25. First set, 25, you know, after you do that, second set, 25, alternating exercises, you know, do one thing, 25, alternate to something else, 25, alternate to something else, 25, rinse and repeat until you fucking make it, man. And, you know, it was pretty cool. I was just doing that in the park, yada, yada, yada. You know, that just became a thing. I was in one area. Then, as fate would have it, I had to move to a different area. I believe I had to move over to the 103 part. You know, if you're riding the fucking bus, the 103, that part of town, I was over there. Different playground, same fucking rule of 100. And, you know, since I was at a new playground, I had new tools to work with. So, dude, I was like throwing my fucking ninja stars to those little metal, you know, those little fucking metal rings that you hang on to, and they're like monkey bars, but they're metal rings. Dude, I innovated all that shit. I was throwing like ninja stars through that shit, trying to get through all the fucking 10 rings at once. It was crazy, man. And once again, oh my God, once again, oh my God, I guess I was doing too good because the haters, dude, they just came out of nowhere. They were like, hey, who is this guy? Who is this guy excelling on our playground over here? You know, all the dudes were acting like fucking big bitches at this time. My God, I never seen so many dudes, so many grown guys in my life acting like little bitches, man. Oh man, they were like, oh, who is this guy doing all these push-ups and throwing all these ninja stars through all these? Oh my God, dude, I was roundhousing these. Dude, I would do this thing. There was like 10 fucking rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, set out in a row. I would go up to one, jump roundhouse, I would just jump roundhouse all these things. And you know, the goal was to hit the fucking ring and make it like go up and around the pole and make a ding sound. So I was like ding, 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 all these things, and all the fucking dudes were like, oh my God, you know, you better get out of here. So, you know, fuck them. I was doing that. It was cool. It was cool. And yada yada yada. I was in the snow, in the winter, in the snow doing that. I would go to the fucking what do you call the place? Like before Central Park, there was like this fucking dog park that was like bordering Central Park. I would go out there, just run laps and shit. Dude, one time, a few times, it started snowing. I got the pictures, don't worry. I got the pictures to prove it. Dude, I was doing my Rocky 4 running in the snow. It was fucking legit. It was awesome, you guys. So that was that, you know, that was that. And then, as fate would have it, oh no, God, you know, I had to fucking leave this place, exiled from this place, you know. I had some room at this place. I had some roommates, and my roommates, you know, they would like to start shit, but they couldn't back up the shit they started. So when I backed up my shit, oh no, he's a monster. You gotta get him out of here. So they fucking moved me to the worst part of town that they could find. And let me tell you, oh man, I fucked it up there too. But around this time, you guys, something magical happened. Finally, the COVID ban started easing up and the gyms reopened for us regular folk. And once again, I was able to re enter the Planet Fitnesses, and the battle of the planets once again resumed. This time, however, instead of being on the lower side of Manhattan, I was in the upper side of Manhattan, and it was awesome. So you guys, you know, I'm on Upper Manhattan, right? Upper Manhattan, you know, fucking at the Planet of the Fitnesses. I'm fucking super excited, you guys, because it's been a long time since I've been in the gym, since I was allowed to fucking be in the gym, you guys. I'd been training outside in the winter, hardcore, this entire time. It was cool, though, because I developed, you know, the rule of 100. I also further refine my elemental body technique. You know, you guys heard of the iron body, this Shaolin style of Kung Fu, where you just beat yourself up repeatedly until your body is just hard as iron. Elemental body training is a lot like that, except you're beating your body up with the elements. So, you know, you're enduring extreme frigid cold temperatures and extreme hot temperatures. Mostly in my case, it was extreme cold temperatures because when I was a kid, I already mastered extreme hot temperatures. I'm from fucking, you know, historically Mexico, you guys. I had the heat fucking thing already under the bag. Now it was time to master the cold, and I did that. You know, I'm fucking Sub-Zero, Bobby Drake, if you will, whatever. Anyway, so that was the thing. But now, you guys, I had the privilege, and the honor of once again training inside like a fucking normal person. Wow. So anyway, man, I'm on the upper side of Manhattan in the Battle of the Planets, doing my thing. And oh my God, just that history keeps repeating itself. I don't know who these dudes were, but the shadow trainers, they came out hard, you know, and this was some different shit, you know. this was sort of like, I don't know, maybe these guys, they were like the gym leaders of this particular gym. You know how in some gyms they're just like, there are certain trainers and they're like the staple of the gym. You know, you go in there, it's always the same motherfuckers. And it's sort of like prison, you know, everybody has their own separate area. It's like, oh, this is my area. Don't come over here. Oh, don't do this. This is where I do. You know what I'm saying? It was like that shit. You know what I'm saying? And at this time, in the Battle of the Planet history, a lot of you guys don't know this, but fucking Battle of the Planets, they used to have like legit personal trainers in the fucking gym. So, you know, when you sign up, you know, you whatever membership you get, whatever you're doing, the black card or the regular member or the gold card, whatever you do, they would have this thing where it's like, yo, you can get trained by the actual personal trainer in the fucking gym. And you know, I was like, wow, you know, but what they don't tell you is those dudes were not getting paid at all. They were really like, imagine working at the gym, you're doing all the basic regular gym shit, but also you have to be a personal trainer on top of it. So like you're the fucking gym leader, but you're cleaning the fucking bathrooms like some sort of bum. No offense to janitors. We love you guys. You guys do all the hard work that no one else wants to do. But still, dude, if you're a fucking gym leader, why you know what I'm saying? Why are you expected to clean the stalls? Not that that's been, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Come on, man. You should fucking have more respect for your gym leaders. I guess that's why they got rid of the personal trainers at the Battle of the Planets, because all the gym leaders collectively were just, fuck it, they don't pay me enough, and I don't blame them. But anyway, back in this time, you know, gym leaders were a thing at the Battle of the Planets, and you know, me being me, just you know, fucking happy guy just going in the gym. I'm just doing my thing, and I think around some point, you know, the shadow trainers, they came back out trying to collect my data. And also you already have certified guys that were like, oh, this is my area. You can't bench press here. Oh, yeah, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? It was cool, man. This gym had so many fucking characters that I had fun with. You know, they were characters. I was a character. We were just fucking kara-tecking. You know what I'm saying? Kara-tecking. King of the Iron Fist. You know, it was awesome. So around this time, I realized, you know what? My best bet, if I really want to fucking get my gains, I gotta come during graveyard hours, because these dudes are not gonna let me get on the bench press. Getting on the bench press at this time, you guys, it was like trying to fucking ride the roller coasters at Disney World. I shit you not. You go to the fucking bench press and there's a long ass line, 20 people in a line just to fucking bench some presses. It was crazy, you know? Oh my God. So I was just like, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna come at fucking, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever. Whenever you guys aren't here, I'll show up. I'll get my shit done. Bada bing, bada boom. So that's what I did, you guys. I just started coming up during the graveyard shift hours, and that shit worked out for me. You know, during this time, in order to combat the anti-bench press oppression that was going on at the time in the gyms, I developed an alternative, which was, instead of going to the standard bench press session, I just got one of the fucking, the fucking benches, and I got the dumbbells, and I just started bench pressing the dumbbells. And I'm like, all right, dude, I weigh 150. I should be benching 150. So the closest equivalent to that was fucking 75 dumbbells. You know, 175 dumbbell on my left, another 75 on my right. Just benching that shit, you know, on just a regular fucking bench. And dude, I didn't start off at 75. I had to work up to that. I believe maybe I started at 50, got to 60, 65, 70, and finally fucking made it to 75. But let me tell you, I didn't actually officially make it to 75 at this particular gym in which I trained at, because as fate would fucking have it, once again, before I could even fucking make it to 75, I think I was at maybe 65 or 70, probably 70, and I was fucking, dude, let me tell you, man, I was going for it. Everyone who was around at that time, they'll let you know, oh, this kid, he had it. He was fucking going for it, man. And I would have fucking had it too. But as fate would have it, once again, I was having issues with the place in which I was living. I don't want to get too deep into it, but they were being some assholes. And this time I was just like, well, you know what? I'm not going to let you kick me out. I'm going to fucking leave you. So I left them. I was like, fuck it, man. I'm probably better off on the streets anyway. And I was like, peace, bitches. And so I left. And, it was so it was like a haven, I guess, for safety. But it wasn't really so safe for guys like me. So I left, man. I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm out of here. And thus began, I didn't know it at the time, but thus began one of the greatest fucking chapters of my life in terms of Battle of the Planets. This was when I would consider this my fucking Namek moment that propelled me into Super Saiyandom. And so it went a little something like this. So I was just like fresh out of the havens onto the streets. I didn't know anyone, didn't know anything. All I knew was I gotta fucking go to the gym. That's all I gave a fuck about. I gotta get this training in, man, because I was so close to fucking 75 and I was not gonna fucking lose it for no one. So the only place I knew really that I could just sleep was like the fucking subway, and I was cool with it, knowing me. I got a background with the turtles, they used to live in the sewers. The subway is like one next step, above the sewers. So I was like, fuck it, man, this must be destiny. Let's fucking do it. So I would just sleep in the subways, and then when, I woke up, go to the gym first thing in the morning. Now around these days, I wasn't going to the same gym because I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm not going to go all the way back there. I decided to maximize my minutes. And so what I did was I started going to the gyms that was closest, or at least the gyms that I thought would be closest to the areas in which I would be hanging out at the time, which was basically I don't know what you properly call it, but New York City Central, Times Square, that area. So, if you ever been to 42nd Grand Street, around that area, 23rd Street, around that area, I believe it was like 3 fucking gyms, or was it 2? I think it was 2 gyms. Was it 2? It was 2 gyms that I kept alternating, back and forth around this time. Work out at one gym, go to the other gym. It was really funny, you guys, because what I really did, I would work out at one gym. I would have all my serious workouts at one gym, and the other gym, I would just use that gym to fucking watch wrestling. So, like, at one gym, I was really fucking respected as, like, oh, this guy's fucking, he gets it in. But at the other gym, I would just be this dude who, like, fucking just watches TV all the time, and everybody will be like, why the fuck is this guy here? He just fucking sits on the bike machine and watches wrestling. It was hilarious, man, because they didn't know I was fucking legit. They didn't know. They just thought I was some fucking idiot who just came to the gym and watched wrestling. It was funny for me, dude. I would like show up with hoagies and shit and pizza, and I was just like, oh, yeah, it was fun. Whatever, you guys, fucking eating pizza here. It was cool, man. It was cool. I just kept doing that tango, back and forth. And eventually, you guys, I found the temple of all temples. I'm talking about Kami's Lookout. Because let's be real, man, the fucking subway thing going back and forth, it was getting a little ridiculous, It was like, yeah, whatever. And eventually, I just decided, I just kind of stumbled upon it. I already knew of its location, but I didn't really think like, oh, maybe I should just fucking stay out here indefinitely. And I did. I decided to stay at this particular location indefinitely. It was outside, But it was a nice location, man. It was at the top of a very, very high hill, so I could oversee everything in the area. There were trains going by and shit. So I had like the importer exporter situation going on. It was fucking awesome, dude. Later on, it will become what we now know today as Comics Lookout, but at this point, it was just like, all right, I'm staying fucking here. So I just fucking sleep out there. It was very comfortable in comparison to fucking sleeping on the trains, cause fucking sleeping on the trains was like Badlands sometimes. You never knew what the fuck was gonna happen. Oh my god, so many fucking near-death experiences. Man, you know how many times I almost got fucking stabbed by like trannies and shit? It was fucking crazy. But anyway, so now sleeping at this location is a lot safer. I can actually get some real good sleep in. Oh, and at this point, a new gym opened up to me because, at this point, I'm in like the Jamaica Queens area. And, they got like 2 gyms out there too. And so I started to add the Jamaica Queens gym into my rotation. So I would still fucking work out at the 23rd gym, do my heavy workouts there. And I would still fucking hang around at the 42nd gym. But now, since I was coming home, I would go to the fucking Jamaica Queens gym. And oh my God, you guys, they had like this VIP lounge area where you go through the door. There was like a fucking couch, man, a table. Man, I would just fucking go in there. I think I really only worked out maybe once, maybe 3 times. But for the most part, I was just fucking eating hoagies and watching wrestling, just living it up. And everybody hated that shit. They were like, who was this guy? And it was awesome because the few times that I did work out, everybody was like, oh man, this guy's really good. I even got invited to go work out at these other gyms, which, I never got around to going. But apparently these were the gyms that you were supposed to go to if you wanted to be a true made man. And I guess I was a made man because the made man invited me over. I was like, yeah, man, I'll check it out. Unfortunately, I never really got a chance to check it out. But fuck it. I got the invitation, so that counts. But anyway, man, still doing the Battle of the Planets thing at this point. And at this point, dude, I did something even more amazing. Like before, I was kind of doing this thing, where I was in a stationary situation, yada, yada, yada. But I'll be honest, dude, I got kind of bored with that. And I'm like, dude, how far can I take this shit? You know what I should do? If I'm really about the Saiyan shit, if I'm really about the Saiyan lifestyle, then I should travel to every fucking Planet Fitness that I can find in the NYC area and just let my name be fucking known. You know what I'm saying? Like on some Kung Fu Shaw Brothers shit. Like just go to every fucking dojo, fuck it up, and let them know, like, yeah, man, I was fucking here. So that's what I did, you guys. And this was the grand tour of the Battle of the Planets. This was the GT saga, you guys. This was the GT saga, man. I was like going everywhere. I can't tell you all the different gyms that I went to because I just don't know the names and the locations. But bro, if you had a gym and you were in New York City, I was fucking there, man, ripping that shit up. And everybody knows. It's fucking crazy. So, dude, I was doing that, dude. I was just having fun on the World Tour. Dude, I could have made it to every fucking gym in New York City. That was the goal. But unfortunately, before that could happen, man, like, I think it was time for the annual fees to come back around. And it was like a discrepancy with the money, man. They were saying I had to pay this amount, and I didn't really agree with it. I don't remember exactly what was going on, but it was basically about the money, man. They wanted me to pay a certain amount, and I was like, no, I don't agree with this. And I think it was a situation where they tried to like stiff me for it. They were like, well, you can't cancel your membership if you don't pay this fee. But I'm like, but if I don't pay the fee, you're just going to keep charging me every month? What? That doesn't make any sense. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, fuck that shit, dude. That doesn't even make any sense. I'm going to fight it. So I fought it. And eventually they just let me cancel my membership and I didn't have to pay anything. So it worked out. But unfortunately, that also meant that I canceled my gym membership and I did not re-sign to Battle of the Planets, you guys. Oh. So, coming straight off my GT tour, and I'm like, just damn, dude, I'm back at Communist Lookout, and I'm like, damn, bro, I almost fucking had the complete set. I could have fucking ripped it up at every gym in the city, and I was almost there. The fucking money thing came up, yada, yada, yada. So then I decided, fuck it, I don't need the Battle of the Planets. I'll create my own home fucking gym extraordinaire. Once again, you guys, it was not called the Exile Gym Warriors at this time. It was not the XGW. At this time, it was like the Divine Senshi training because I was on Communist Lookout, doing the Divine Warrior thing, you know what I'm saying? And man, it was like a work in progress, but it fucking worked, dude. I'm talking old school, heavy metal type workouts because, I'm near a railroad situation. So there's like all this heavy metal laying around, like railroad spikes and like parts of fucking the rails, like the tracks that the fucking trains run on. Just parts that just laying around that you can pick up and bench and lift and shit. All the shit was heavy, man. Just fucking metal, jagged edges everywhere, dude. Plates of fucking raw metal just sitting around for anybody to lift. It was so much potential there. And I fucking maxed it out, man. I just created my own gym. I got some fucking tires. I made a heavy bag, hung that shit up. I had a tire. Oh my God. One heavy bag made of tires. That was the rubber heavy bag. Another heavy bag made of pure metal. It was like a fire extinguisher, but not a skinny fire extinguisher. It was like one of those fat, heavy fire extinguishers. Like if this fire extinguisher was a woman, she would be a BBW. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. So I got a heavy bag made of rubber, a heavy bag made of metal, and then another heavy bag made of fucking just plastic, hard plastic. Oh man, so much stuff. This gym just kept evolving through the ages. There's videos about it online. You can watch the videos. I'm not gonna say too much about it, but this was the Divine Senshi Warriors training on Communist Lookout. It was fucking crazy. Everyone saw it, dude. I'm at the top of the hill doing workouts. Everyone on the bottom of the hill was seeing me and like, who is this fucking guy killing it? I was fucking dealing with so many dangers. The Spice Boys were super active at this time. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Spice Boys. These fucking kids, these rough ragamuffins, always on some spicy shit, always coming up to Communist Lookout, trying to trash the place. I would have to show up at night. I scared the shit out of these guys on so many occasions. It was fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna tell you the secret of how I did it, but fuck, when it comes to scaring the shit out of the Spice Boys, I'm like the Houdini of that shit. I came at them at all corners. They never knew when I was coming, and I did, and they were, oh my God, it was funny, dude. It was cool. Good times. But, that shit just evolved to as far as it could evolve, man. I had, like, all the training stuff there. I even built a few houses. Nothing crazy. Just Mikasa and also Tsukasa. I could have built more casas if I wanted to. But, as fate would have it, this was around the winter time. It was snowing and shit. And as fate would have it, the fucking official place that I was actually supposed to move into was my housing contract people. Finally, good God, where the fuck were you guys? Anyway, that shit finally happened, and I moved into an official apartment on the indoors, located in like mid-level Queens. I guess we'll fucking call it Harlem. Fuck it. So I'm in fucking Harlem now, and it's just like, I'm just I walk into the scene like just some fucking mountain man who just completed 5 tours in Afghanistan or some shit. I got on the fucking muddy boots, the fucking, the heavy coat. I'm just like a fucking wild ass tiger type. And all these people, oh my God, who's this guy? Oh, I'm like, whatever, you guys, blah, blah, blah. And so, but this was awesome, you guys, because this was everything that I waited and fought so long for, man. I'm talking about my battles with the Spice Boys, my battles with the fucking trainees on the trains, almost getting stabbed and shit every night. Everything, man. My fucking battles in the safe havens, getting fucking sent to the ER every other week. Oh my God. Everything finally came to a close because this was the moment I was waiting for. Finally, man, some indoor fucking housing. And it wasn't really the indoor housing that I was happy about. The indoor housing was cool, don't get me wrong. Fucking love it. Nice. But what I really fucking wanted was that home gym experience, you guys. The only reason I even moved into this place was for the fucking home gym. That's all I needed. That's all I wanted. And so I was like, yes, finally, man. It's not Battle of the Planets, but it's the next best thing, dude. It's like having the Battle of the Planets in your house. You don't gotta go pay no fucking fees. You don't gotta go out of your way. It's fucking there for you to enjoy. Yada, yada, yada. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, at this point, in my career, I did the fucking Divine Sensi training a few times, but I didn't do it as many times as I was supposed to. And honestly, I was just kind of, how it is when you become a kami. You're more kami, less warrior. So I wasn't really working out as much, but I was, just doing my kami shit, being the guardian of the earth and all that shit. My God thing, dude. I was on my God mode shit. And with God mode comes God responsibilities. It's not so much fighting and fucking fisticuffs. It's more so delegation. Oh, are these people doing what they're supposed to be doing? Are these people okay? Looking out for the people, man. Making sure the Spice Boys don't fucking burn everything. You know how many times the Spice Boys tried to fucking burn down shit, and I'd be like, guys, what are you fucking doing? This is stupid. And they're like, all right, yeah, you're right, blah, blah, blah. So, just mostly a lot of delegation. I got some training in when I could, but it was mostly 90% delegation, you guys. So, of course, going into like this new home gym, and it's just like I had some fucking I had some pyramids to climb. I had to regain some of that power, which is cool, you guys, because if you know me, I love to climb the mountain. And what's better than climbing the mountain? Climbing it again and again and again. Anytime I can climb the mountain, I'm gonna have fun. Don't worry. So this was time for me to once again reclimb the mountain and regain some of that power, a lot of power that I lost from, just being kami and, delegation and all that shit. So the home gym thing started, and it was like it was a come and go situation. It was off and on, off and on. Sometimes I would do it, sometimes I would not do it. But what really propelled me, what really got me to go back into 24/7, how you say, full-time mode, was the home gym Federation, you guys. Oh yes, the Home Gym Federation, the HGF, man. That was the thing that got me back to being a full-time gym person. It started out with just breakfast bumps. I would go out into the garden area. We call it the Danger Garden now. I would go out, take some bumps in the Danger Garden, nothing crazy, do some splashes off the barricade, nothing crazy, just fucking regular shit, And then from the Danger Garden, it kind of evolved into the Danger Room, and eventually I just put 1 and 2 together and it became the Home Gym Federation. And if you've been watching the videos, you fucking know all about the story of the Home Gym Federation, man. We just fucking, fucking doing it all, yada, yada, yada. And then, of course, my legendary bouts with rest his soul. May Kami rest his soul. May he forever rest in peace. The legendary Heavy Bag Jones. Good God, Heavy Bag Jones. I can't say any more about this fucking guy. The greatest training partner I've ever had in my fucking life. And let me tell you, man, I've had a lot of training partners, a lot. Oh my God, but Heavy Bag Jones, he was just like, oh my God, he was on another fucking level. Heavy Bag Jones was the only person who truly understood me and what I needed, to get to the top. I'm gonna miss him, man. I miss him every day, every fucking day. I'm fighting back tears right now, you guys, because he was that great of a dude. He was that great of a guy. Heavy Bag Jones, man. May he forever rest in power. Oh my God. So like I'm saying, man, the Home Gym Federation, it just kind of evolved. It started with one thing, went to a next. It just kept evolving stage by stage by stage. I won like the fucking Mikasa championship. Dude, I had to fight the Invisible Hombre all over the fucking apartment. We started in the fucking playroom, fucked it up. We started enter the fucking danger room, fucked it up. The danger garden, fucked it up. We fucking fought all the way in the hallways, rolled that some bitch up into the elevator, fighting out into the other hallways. Eventually, that fucking battle, it just fucking tumbled into room 303. And there was a ladder. There was the fucking Mikasa championship was just hanging from the fucking rafters, man. Oh, man. It was fucking crazy, you guys. I had to grab the ladder. And I'm not going to lie. I did drop some elbows off the top of that ladder onto the Invisible Hombre. But then I reclimbed the ladder, man. And I grabbed the Mikasa championship. And I officially became the champion of the houses, man. The Mikasa, man. The champion of the house. Whatever, dude. House champion. That was me. Still got a title. It was fucking crazy. But that was like, just one of the legendary bouts of the Home Gym Federation that I had to endure. And, of course, after winning the title, man, Heavy Bag Jones, he was like the next challenge. And he was, at the time, my fucking biggest threat. Because I'm not going to lie, you guys. When me and Heavy Bag first started squaring off, he was getting the best of me, man. This dude, I would try to fucking slam him. He would just he would stuff me with his weight. He would like, oh no, you're not slamming me, brother. Oh, I fucking couldn't get him up a lot of times. Eventually, I figured out my technique, my grip. And then, oh wow, man, eventually I'm just slamming this motherfucker all over the place. I'm going Suplex City on this guy. I'm going like fucking Ring General, going through on this guy, just power bombing the shit out of this motherfucker. It was fucking awesome, dude. Me and Heavy Bag Jones, we were having classic bouts all over the place every fucking Monday, every Wednesday, whatever fucking day it was. Whenever I was in the gym, it was fucking on, dude. And then finally, it all came to an end. I remember it like it was yesterday or maybe a month ago, because it was like a month ago. It was War Games, you guys. It was fucking War Games. Everybody was fucking ready for war, man. Everyone had their face paint on. Everybody was like, yeah, let's go. You know what I'm saying? The women, the ladies, they were ready. The dudes, the fellas, they were ready. Everybody in between's fucking ready, dude. And you know me, I'm fucking ready. I'm like, you want to go to war? Let's fucking go. Me and Heavy Bag Jones, they put us on the card. They were like, guys, fuck it up. We were like, oh, okay, let's do it. So me and Heavy Bag Jones, man, that entire night, that entire pay-per-view, dude, was fucking killing it, going in, dude. Eventually, it was the main event time. It was fucking the men's war games. I believe it was fucking the original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. And, you know, of course, me and Heavy Bag Jones were in the mix as well, dude. We're doing our thing. And at some point during this match, I got Heavy Bag Jones on the ground and I got him mounted in a top right, upright mounted position, and I'm like, wham, wham, wham. I'm fucking laying in the elbows, dude. And it's just like, I didn't know it then, but I know it now, replaying the video. I'm laying in the elbows, dude, from a top mount position, and I hear like this psh, psh, this like gasp of wind coming out of Heavy Bag Jones. I didn't realize it at the time, but replaying the videos, you can kind of hear it if you're listening intently. And I believe it was at that point that I caused a mortal wound in Heavy Bag Jones that would later seal his fate into the underworld. You know what I'm saying, dude? So I'm fucking laying in the elbows, and then I go from top mount, and I go to side mount, and I'm like, wow, just fucking kneeing the shit out of this motherfucker. We're still on the ground, but I'm just side mount. I got the side control, fucking kneeing the shit out of this guy, and then for the creme de la creme, fucking whoa! I raise him up, power bomb, power bomb, power bomb. We're going to power bomb city. Then I get on the top mount again, and I lift his head up, and I'm just like raining in more elbows, this time from an upward position, like elevated elbows. I'm going up, coming down, going up, coming down, up, down. And eventually, this guy, he starts to open up, and I'm like, oh my God, I busted him open. Like if Heavy Bag Jones was a person, dude, blood would be coming out of his forehead. I busted him up, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. He got busted open. And I'm like, bro, you're not gonna die like this. I knew he was on his final days. I knew it. I was like, oh, fuck. You know, I tried to put him back together, and I realized, oh, shit. This is it for this guy. He ain't coming back for this. He ain't coming back. And I'm like, I know what you want, brother. I know what you want. I'm gonna send you out Viking style because that's what I would want, and I know that's what you would want. You're my training partner. We're in this together. I'm gonna send you to Valhalla like you're supposed to in style. And it was just the fucking right time, you guys. It was the right time. You know, there was a time earlier in my career, me and Heavy Bag Jones, I tried to do this technique, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I was too weak to do it. You know, I was too young. I was too young in the game. I was too green. I didn't have my technique down. I couldn't pull it off. I didn't have the upper body strength necessary. But this time, however, it was fucking different. It was 4 games. I had more experience under my belt, dude. I was just fucking Brock Lesnar to this motherfucker. And I knew it was now or fucking never. This was my fucking moment. This was my one shot. I had to fucking do it. I had to do it for Heavy Bag Jones. So I fucking lifted this guy. He was like, he had 10% HP left, you guys. It was over for him, and I had to do it. I had to send him to the next dimension. I lifted him on my fucking shoulders, man. Carry, man, like fireman style. You know, like the fireman carry. You fucking put someone on your shoulders, like, what is it? Horizontally on my shoulders. And then from this fucking position, I lifted this guy up in the air. And then, bam, sent him crashing down to the earth. But before his body could reach the earth, my fucking knee came up in a Muay Thai style situation. Bam! Right in his fucking face. And like, guys, let me fucking tell you, blood and guts spilled all over the fucking arena. It was fucking crazy. It was like a Mexican birthday party, man. Confetti everywhere. You know, it was fucking wonderful. You know, I did it for the people. I did it for The Rock. I did it for the CM Punks. But most importantly, motherfucker, I did it for fucking Heavy Bag Jones. May he rest in peace. I know he loved that shit because he was a cool dude like that. But anyway, I fucking killed him. I fucking killed him because he asked me to, you guys. It was what he would have wanted. Nobody understood Heavy Bag Jones like I understood Heavy Bag Jones. He was my guy. We were like compadres, man. A lot of people in high places, management motherfuckers, they like to wear suit and ties. They'll tell you, oh, this guy, la la la. But they don't know Heavy Bag Jones like I knew him because they didn't fucking train with him. They don't know this guy. So anyway, it doesn't matter. All that matters is it was War Games, and I sent this guy to the next dimension in style. It was fucking crazy. So, of course after that, I patch Heavy Bag Jones up the best I can. Back in my day, this was a fucking sign of respect. You fucking defeat the heavy bag, you patch it up, put some duct tape on it, hang it back up. Now, when the fucking new kids come into the gym, they're like, oh shit, man, that bag's been through some wars. Who did that? Oh, this must be a legit place. Whoever's running these gyms these days, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know where they come from, man. I don't know where they come from, but they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Classic opportunity to get some respect in the gym. Wasted. Fuck. Why? Anyway, whatever. So anyway, man, I patch Heavy Bag Jones up. I hang him back to where he's supposed to be. Weeks later or days later, I fucking forget. The cops, they show up to my place. They arrest me for the murder of Heavy Bag Jones. I go to jail. I do a bid for some time. My entire stint in jail, I'm like Dominic Mysterio. I'm just fucking dominant up in the jails. Technically, you guys, I'm not gonna fucking lie. I was the hardest dude in the jail during my time there. Nobody was harder than me in the fucking jail while I was there. Maybe there were some dudes harder before my time. Maybe there were some dudes harder after my time. But during my fucking time, I was legit the hardest motherfucker in there. I was running the place. Fuck, I'm not lying, dude. Ask the fucking police. I'll fucking tell you. I ran that shit. I fucking ran it. So anyway, I did my time. I fucking did my time, and I got out, and they were like, okay, dude, you did your time. You're out now. You got to go to court for this shit. Yada, yada, yada. So, at this point in my career, I'm feeling a certain type of way. It's like, oh, shit, my best friend, Heavy Bag Jones, he's dead. I fucking killed him. So I'm feeling like double ways about that. It's just like I'm happy and I'm sad at the same time. I'm trying to balance this yin-yang equation. You know what I'm saying? It's like happy, but sad at the same time. It's weird. So anyway, I'm trying to balance that shit out. It's like, fuck, I'm banned from the fucking gyms now. If I fucking step foot in the gym again, I'm gonna get arrested, fuck. And so I'm like, all right, I guess at this point, I knew what I had to do. And the next step was just to once again go back to the streets. But this time, it's gonna be better than it was before any other time because now we've entered the land of extreme. And when I say extreme, I'm talking about the XGW, the Exiled Gym Warriors. Like a fucking special place for everybody who was too hardcore for the gyms. A place where where the fucking gym leaders were just like, hey, you're too hardcore. You can't be in here. You're too crazy. You're scaring all the people. You know what I'm saying, man? A place for us. A place for all the hardened vets to come together. Not like for us, it's for fucking me. I don't want you around. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? In theory, though, it's for all of us, but really it's just for me. Don't calm down, you guys. Just for me, all right? The XGW, Exiled Gym Warriors, you know what I'm saying? The offshoot of the Home Gym Federation. We go places the Home Gym Federation can't go, man. We're like, what Nintendo don't, the XGW does. You know what I'm saying? We go there. We fucking go there. There's no critics. We got no fucking producers dancing all up in our videos. You know what I'm saying? We fucking take it to the extreme each and every time. That's what makes us the fucking best of the best. And it was around this time I'm thinking I gotta find a new training partner. So I decide to build a monstrosity by the name of Frankenstein Jones the Third. But before that can even happen, before that can really pop off properly, and before we even have our first match, man, I get a fucking invitation from a very old friend, an old flame, decides to re-enter my life. Oh my God. Oh, I couldn't believe it. It was like the perfect time, It's like all the stars, they just happened to align. All the planets just happened to align. Who is this old flame, you ask? None other than the Battle of the Planets. Long story short, Battle of the Planets was having this special promotion, man. They were saying, yo, you guys, for 1 week and for 1 week only, for New York only. It was the NYC area only. For 1 week, dude, all the Battle of the Planets were open to the public. You didn't have to fucking sign no papers, no membership. It was free fucking workouts for anyone, dude. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? It was like fucking Enter the Dragon for free. And I'm like, you know what? I told myself, I made a solemn vow that I would never, ever go back to the Battle of the Planets because, I was done with them. I spent my time there. It was cool, but I moved on and I was, it was it. I don't go back. But this time, it was like special. It was like, how can I say no? It's a fucking invitation for free 1 week. Oh my God. Okay. So I was like, let's pony up. Let's ride out. Let's fucking do it for Heavy Bag Jones. So at this point, I could have gone to any Battle of the Planets that I wanted to. There's so many locations. I could have continued my G2 Grand Tour. I could have continued that and went to all the locations that I missed out on previously. But I was like, you know what? No, I just want to make this a little bit more special. I want this to be a little bit more intimate. I'm going to return to the Battle of the Planet that really kickstarted this whole thing. I was at some Battle of the Planets before, but the one Battle of the Planet, the one planet, man, that really fucking kickstarted this, it was back up north, man. The upper side, the Vertigo Heights, man. If you know what I'm saying, the Vertigo, I had to go back all the way to the top. And that's what I did. I'm talking about those Washingtons, man. I'm talking about the Washingtons. So I fucking went back, man. I went back to my old place, my old training grounds. And, it was more or less just how I left it. A lot of the same players were still there. Some new faces. I saw some old faces. I will say the music improved a great fucking deal, man. They were playing all sorts of new jams that I never heard of before. I was like, holy shit. It seems like you too had your own Super Saiyan transformation, except for you guys, it was musically. Because I used to shit on these guys all the time, not gonna lie. I'm like, damn, what fucking music is this? What is this shit? What are you guys doing? I'm not gonna lie, man. I used to shit on them about the musical selection. But, yo, they fucking came up. It was fucking awesome, dude. It was nice, man. Their music selection got way fucking better. Oh my God. If I really wanted to, I could have just entered what you call the flow. Have you ever been in the flow, you guys? Have you ever been in the fucking moment? Oh man. If you've never been, you'll never understand. But if you have been, then you understand. And I so easily could have did. I could have, and I did. I didn't go all the way into the flow, but I did sip here and there. I took some sips here and there, man, and I was fucking muy boring here and there. You know, it was fucking crazy. I didn't want to let them, I didn't want to get, you know, I didn't want to give too much away because I knew what would have happened. Oh, they got to get the fuck, you know what I'm saying? So I left a lot to the imagination, but I gave them a sample. I gave them a little piece, a little taste of what could have been. You know what I'm saying? So it was nice, man. I had a good time. It was just like, you know, it was like old times all over again. It's pretty cool. So I did that for a week, and dude, this entire time I was there, I wasn't just there to have fun. I had fun, but I was also there on a very, very important mission. And the mission, you guys, the mission was to do pull-ups, 10 sets, not 10 sets, but you know what I'm saying? 3 sets, 10 repetitions of pull-ups, but not just any pull-ups, man. I'm talking about pull-ups plus 70 pounds Earth gravity, or was it plus 75 pounds Earth gravity? I forget. Either way, it was on the 70s, man. It was on the 70s. Why? Why pull-ups? Why plus 70 pounds? Fuck it. I don't know. It just came to me. Came to me on my first day back. You know, back in those days, I used to do dips. I think I would start out with 50, 60, 70. Was I even doing 80? I can't remember. But you know, I was like a dip master back in the day. Kudos to my dip sensei. Forget her name. It starts with a C. I don't want to fucking mispronounce it right now. She knows who she is. Anyway, dude, I was like the dips master back in that time. But at the same time, I was also getting my pull-up game pretty strong. I believe I was starting out with pull-ups plus 50 pounds Earth's gravity. Then I graduated to pull-ups plus 60 pounds Earth's gravity. And that's kind of like where it ended, because at all the other Planet Fitnesses that I went to, they didn't really have the same setup as this particular Battle of the Planet. So it was just like I never really got around to mastering the pull-ups like I could have. You know what I'm saying? Not a big deal, because I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it now. You know what I'm saying? So my first day in, I fucking started with the pull-ups, plus 70 or 75, I forget. But I think I maybe got to 8. I got to 8, and I was like, oh man, I couldn't do any more. And I was like, fuck it, this is my fucking mission. I'm gonna make this into a thing. So, you know, it became Battle of the Planets. I turned it into a whole narrative. Oh my God, will Tombstone Striker Kai have what it takes to fucking complete this fucking ordeal by the end of his gym session, you guys? Honestly, it was up in the air. It was up in the air. It could have happened. It could have not have happened, because let me tell you, man, this Battle of the Planets situation was like any other situation before. I only had a week. I had to maximize my time to the best of my ability, which meant no fucking off days, you guys. Usually, when you work out, you work smarter, not harder, meaning you work out one day, have a rest day or two, and then you go back when your body's healed. I didn't have a fucking chance to rest, which is stupid. You guys never do what I'm fucking doing. It's dumb. You're not supposed to work out like this. You're not really going to get the best out of your workouts doing the shit that I did. But when you're at my fucking level and it's time to go and you got no other choice but to go, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I had to fucking go. I only had a fucking week. That's it. I only had a week. I had to do what I fucking had to do. No fucking rest days. Every fucking day. Bam. Wham. Thank you. Ma'am. Just fucking in it. Oh my God. It was fucking crazy. So, you know, I came in the first day and I knew, dude, I couldn't just be fucking crazy. I had to pace myself. The only way I would survive this gauntlet is if I pace myself. So that's what I did. I paced myself to the best of my ability. Obviously, it worked out, because at the end of my fucking final day, man, at the end of my final day, I fucking did it. Bam, 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 pull-ups. I think I made it to 9. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm gassed out. I'm at 9. But I don't know what happened. I got my final fucking 10. Barely made it, you guys. Fucking barely made it. Got to 10. My fucking first set. And I'm like, cool. And I knew in order to survive this shit, I was gonna have to play different. I was gonna have to play dirty. You know what I'm saying? I had to pull my Nature Boy card on this one. I had to fucking do it. I'm talking Space Mountain. I'm talking limousine riding, jet plane flying. Whoa, you know what I'm saying, man? I had to fucking do it in order to win. So what I fucking did, I knew it was gonna be insane trying to do like 20 more of these in a fucking row. I fucking went back to my rule of 100 days and I chopped that son of a bitch up into different fucking sections like Osiris, man. And you know, I'm the fucking god of death at this point. Striker Kai, Tombstone, Striker Kai. I had to pull a page from Osiris, Anubis, if you will, whichever one you want to call him. I was like, fuck it, dude. What would Osiris do in this situation? He would chop it up. He would chop it up. So I went chopper style, chop, 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 chopper style, classic Kung Fu, classic Shaw Brothers, man. Instead of just being a fucking meathead and doing like fucking 10 at one time, I just broke it down. DX, man, break it down. 5 here, 1 there, 7 there, 6 there, whatever I had to. I just went in Wolfpack style and I fucking did it. And I might have fucking did it with 2 over. You know, and really, I was only going in there just for 10. I only had to do 1 set, and I got my first set done. But I was like, fuck it, man. I'm going to the max, and I went to the max. So the goal, I got to 10, and then for just desserts, because you know I'm about the poontang pie. Who doesn't like the poontang pie? Even fucking Kane. Kane likes the poontang pie. Undertaker, everybody is into the pie. God damn. So I did it for the just dessert, you guys. It was just dessert for me. I had my meal ticket was done, and I was like, why not get some fucking dessert? And I did. I got my dessert in, and it was fucking awesome. It was fucking cool. I did what I came out to do, and you know, bada bing, bada boom. What more can I say? And that, you guys, is the story of the Battle of the Planets. Man, look at the time. It's been a fucking hour. This is going to be hell to edit in the editing room. But you know what I'm saying? That's the story of the Battle of the Planets. That's the entire saga. Moi. Entire saga of the Battle of the Planets from the very beginning to the very end. I will never, ever, 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 ever return to the fucking Battle of the Planets. It's it for me. It's over. I fucking ended it the way I wanted to end it. My story is over. My fucking story is complete. It's done for me, man. That's it. That's what I wanted. I went out the way I wanted to go out, on fucking top. Just fucked up. I'm still recovering right now as we speak. I'm almost there. It's not a big deal. But that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is the story of the Battle of the Planets in all its heavenly glory. Oh, man, it was fucking awesome. Oh, man. You know, I'm still riding the wave. It's way over. It's way over it. But I'm still riding the wave. I'm slowly coming down. But yo, it's nothing like it, man. It's nothing like it. You know, if you're fucking out there and if you're listening to the story, I encourage you to fucking go off on your own space adventures and go off and coexist your own fucking, fucking planets. Go do it. It's fun. You know, you don't have to do what I did. I did some fucking crazy shit, and I'm telling you, never fucking do what I did. Don't try this at home. It's stupid. It's real dumb. But I only did it because I had to, man. I had no other choice. It was a battle against time and the future. You know, I'm fucking traveling the time stream, going from the future to it's fucking crazy, man. I was just on all types of different shit. And it was fucking awesome. So yeah, man, that was that journey. Never again going back to the Battle of the Planets. It's unnecessary at this point. I did all I could do. It's over, man. What else does the future hold in store? Who knows? Who knows? What I do know, however, is the Exile Gym Federation we got some miles to go, man. We got some miles to go. And like the streets, man, they're never ending. All roads lead to Rome. And in this case, the Exile Gym Federation. So that's like the next fucking situation at the moment. That's the next journey. So I'll see you guys on the road to the XGW. It's gonna be cool. Until then, this has been this story, the Battle of the Planets. See you next time. Bye. See you next time.